Alright you guys, welcome to a new YouTube video.
Turn off the traction control. Let's try again.
We have an ask of you. Girl, sit. Thank you. Sit. Thank you. Sit. Yeah. We have to ask you something. She's being a little shy. That's how nervous she is to ask you guys this. She won't do it. I will. So I'm filming this right after editing the last video, the 3 biggest financial mistakes. If you haven't seen that, I posted it last week. But here's why I'm filming this. She's back. I need you to take 4 seconds. I timed how long it took me to edit and queue up that last video. And it was 5 hours. 5 hours of no phone, undivided attention, work, straight on the computer on a Saturday. Now I like making the videos, but there's other ways I would spend a Saturday. The point I'm getting at here, if you like the videos, I want you to take 4 seconds to go down and subscribe and turn the notifications on if you really like the videos. We're gonna do it together, and I wanna thank you in advance. Ready? I'm gonna count to 4. Go down and subscribe. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now that I have 50,000 new subscribers, let's get into the video. If you guys have seen any of my recent videos, this has been in the background. It's a huge canvas that I'm gonna paint over, and hopefully I do a good job and it can be still in my background. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. Wait, you know why we're doing this, right? Because of sales. 2,000 active subscribers. So we're painting a huge because of sales logo on this. I was gonna do it anyways, but we did this on the same day. Let's go, back it up.
2 hours later.
All right, you guys, huge news since the last time we spoke. We basically sold $20,000 worth of tickets within 24 hours. We publicly launched our high ticket sales meetup tickets at 9 a.m. this morning. And I think it was like within 5 hours, we sold half of the VIP tickets. Like half of them were gone. So there were like 42 left. So as of recording this, I think there's 32 left out of 85. When you watch this, I don't know what it's gonna look like. We might still have some, it's definitely gonna be less. By the time you're watching this, the standard tickets might be the only option, I don't know. But I was just thinking, you know, it's pretty crazy that I just invented something out of my brain, posted it all over social media. People paid us $20,000 within 24 hours. We don't even have like a full itinerary published yet, which is crazy. So far, the people coming, we've got sales managers of 7-figure orgs, sales agency owners that do 100K per month plus, big sales coaches, all the speakers like John Mao, Kishan Ramchandani, Caden Jara, Trey Childress, Cole Angel, myself will all be there. A bunch of 20, 30K closers, 20, 30K per month. A guy who was making 40K per month in college, closing full time. People from all over the world. We have people from Europe locked in, Latin America, all over the US already, Canada, of course. Last year we had people from Australia, Asia, Australia, all over there. Oh, we have someone coming from South Korea already, so that's crazy. And then new updates. What's new? So we locked in some entertainment for some venues, some new stuff. I'm gonna keep the entertainment a secret because I want it to be a surprise. We're working on finalizing the catering. We're still not positive on the meetup yet. Like, the aim is to just break even on the meetup and just do this for like a brand thing, but we're still down like 15 grand, so we need to sell some more tickets. Besides that, trying to line up like party buses and just fun stuff. And oh, DJ, we got a DJ locked in, and we might have some photo video stuff locked in. Well, we will, but we don't yet. That's pretty much updates. It's Monday. I still have a half drink and coffee over there, and it's 8 p.m. So it's been one of those days. I'm gonna take a little walk with this one. We're gonna get a little freshened up, eat some dinner, and then we have more work to do. Amongst all this, I've been working on the podcast and newsletter 14 for Because of Sales with Dan Tells, who works at WAP. Super good edition, super good newsletter. You're not gonna wanna miss that one. Third link in the description for that one. Back to the grind. All right, so you guys know this is real. Stripe dashboard today, 15.3K, 29 payments. 8.2, 24 yesterday. Today we had some other payments come in, but not bad, man, not bad. Hey. We're on some new stuff now. Probably like 200 pounds, I think. This morning, we dropped off one car and we got an e-bike. This e-bike, I did a lot of research on e-bikes because some of them are not good. They look stupid. They're not even worth it. You might as well just get a regular bike. This one, man, they say it goes up to 50 miles per hour. It doesn't look stupid. Powerful, has good torque, long-lasting battery. It can actually have 2 people on it. Any of the homies need a ride? No, where we moved, it's a cool area, not too much traffic, but everything I feel like is just a little bit further away than a chill walk in the middle of summer. So got this, we're gonna see how it goes. Also, this was like $3,000, so like, I hope it's the real deal. I could have bought a motorcycle for $3,000, so we'll see if it's good. We got 24-step instructions. They use way too much styrofoam and stuff to wrap this. Battery's charging. That thing weighs like 25 pounds. The goal, to take this community live call, then set this up, ride it around, and then finish writing a newsletter. That's what we're on. It's Wednesday, 23 VIP tickets left, a little over 48 hours from launch. Why am I filming? It's a good day. Dude, this e-bike, crazy. Rode it to the track, did a track workout, rode it to coffee, got some coffee with the fiance, smoothie, then rode it to the gym. Besides that, I honestly usually don't buy that much. I don't buy that much stuff, I don't spend that much money, but for some reason, dude, there's been a lot of opportunity to buy things that I've been wanting or needing. Pay no mind to the serial license plate, that's just nonchalant. But this hat right here, as you guys know, I'm a big hat guy. What actually happened yesterday when I was riding that bike, I lost my hat, dude. The hat that I was wearing yesterday, lost it on the road. This one just came in. And if you guys know anything about Texas, we had some floods, and this is like a flood relief, like they donated the proceeds. But from this company, you can see the logo there. I'm doing my best here, you guys. I'm doing my best. It's not gonna focus, it's really small. That little logo is called Group Chat. It's like they kind of have like a Porsche Focus, but it's a local like Austin car scene kind of thing. They put on probably the sickest events. Now I replaced the hat that I lost. Putting the final touches on this number. The big white canvas is gonna go up there in the back of my Zoom background. That is gonna go up there, waiting so I can like line them up right. Base layer done. Before we get into this, I need you guys to let me know if the fit is valid. Some of the haters are saying this is not a valid fit. It's not the most common fit, but this is it's kind of like an acquired taste. Like, you gotta really know how to put that shit on to rock something like this. Do the pan, yep. We got that shit on, so I just wanna show you guys this bike now. It's got a lot of cool stuff. It has hazards, has blinkers and hazards, and it has a cool little computer right here. Little key, computer. I wanted to show you guys how it rides a little bit. I was looking for a hill, but there's no hill around here. Has a cool kickstand. I mean, it's heavy, but it's not like that heavy. It has pegs. I already showed you guys that, I think. So there's different modes. See, we're on green mode, blue mode, and red mode. Red mode goes really fast, and the other ones aren't as fast. I'm barely even giving it gas. This thing just rides off-road like nobody's business. If you want to buy a Mustang, 1999 GT convertible, 103,000 miles, please take this off my hands. I don't need it. It sits right here. Just don't lowball me, and we can work something out. 7,500 bucks, runs great. I just put like $2.5 grand into this car, so please buy this. We got Leo all the way from Melbourne? That's where you were before here. We don't really have a topic of what we're going to discuss.
Anyone that doesn't know, we started on this, like, not started, but we were on a sales team together in, like, what'd you say, like 2022?
Yeah.
And back then, it'd be like, fuck, like, we gotta, scrape together some deals closed. We gotta, like, hit the bonus or whatever it was that month that that Gabe had installed. Shout out Gabe. And it's even then, it's like a completely different world once you learn all the ways to get leverage and how to, like, build a reputation for yourself and how to, like, treat the clients that you're selling to and just all that stuff. And like you said, if you've got the benefit of being a little bit older and a bit of a more stable head on your shoulders, like, it's really almost more difficult to fuck it up than it is to not fuck it up over a long enough time horizon.
That's like one of my edges right now. I'm not a 19-year-old kid. A lot of these people in the high ticket setting or closing space, they're like 17-year-old made 40 grand last month. And the people that I'm working with, like, they do not want to pay a 17-year-old $5,000, And even me back when I first got in, because I paid for access to a bunch of different things, like, I would not want to pay a 17-year-old large sum of money. Because, like, yeah, maybe the 17-year-old can, like, make money, like, make sales commissions, but the 17-year-old probably doesn't know how to run a business and fulfill on the service and get me a result. And then also, there's a pandemic right now with those, like, young closers being like 18-year-old closer makes $80K per month, but it's just like their course sales. And
People still do that.
Yes, dude. And they're like kind of marketing it as like sales commissions.
Oh, I have actually seen that.
Yeah,
I have seen that. Because I saw a guy and he was like, I can't remember who it was, so I wouldn't be able to know. But he was like, oh, well, I make this much, so I'm obviously better at sales than you. I didn't really think anything of it at the time because I assumed that he was just making that from closing. I obviously didn't really. I was just fucking scrolling. Yeah. I was taking a shit scrolling Instagram, as we all do. But yeah, that's just hilarious stuff. Like, I think anyone that's got critical thinking would hopefully be aware of that before making a purchasing decision. But I think even in saying that, like, for us now, like, we can look back at something like that and be like, oh, that's obviously fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But I really, like, I think people don't know. They're, like, if you're not in the space, like, you're not aware of that kind of thing. Like, you just be like, oh, maybe he's, you just take it at face value, maybe you're a little bit too trusting. Yeah. That is a pandemic, though. You are right.
I was going to ask you about last time you were here. I don't even know if it was recently before you were here, but I saw you post about it just the other day. Like, you posted a video about how you still drive a Subaru.
Oh, yeah.
Was that recent?
Yeah, the Subaru one was recent.
Okay. So, yeah, you're like, I've done well in business. I've done I've had a $70,000 day. And I still drive a Subaru. But for those of you guys watching, any of you sales reps, like, 2022, Leo and I were closing on the same team together. And, in an ideal scenario as a closer, like, you're making 5 figures per month in commission. And then here we are, 70 grand in a day. Is that US or Australian or?
That was US, yeah.
That's a big difference.
That's like a 30% difference, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one, and it kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. I think it's incredibly naive to think that even when someone posts something like that, the reason I wanted to post it was because it's an outlier day. I don't do 70 grand a day every day. Otherwise, I'd be fucking on my ranch, riding my horses and fucking around with my chickens,
Yeah.
But it's just like the actual reality of that in the world versus what's kind of perceived or by people when they try and, like, they'll say the number and they'll, like, frame it in a way that makes it sound as best as possible and make it sound as like they're making the most amount of money possible so you can then try and gain that authority. I almost think it's like the inverse of that.
That's what I do.
I want to hear from someone that's like, like, we made 70K that day, but look at the next day, like, we did like maybe 5, and that was just a flow-on effect. Maybe the day after that we did 0. Because that's kind of what I feel is completely missing. Like, I think the entire space is, like, mystified by people just shoving out their marketing, which is obviously, it happens for a reason. People want to sell their stuff. But there's just, like, this gap between what is the real world of online business and what's someone saying stuff to basically push stuff.
Okay, so you did 70K in a day. You can take the lens, what you're just saying, you can take the lens of, like, fluffing it up and being like, yeah, this is normal, whatever. Like, just don't give much detail, but say we did 70K yesterday. Or you could take the lens of, like, yeah, but look at the day after, or it took me this many years to get to this point, or the profit margin or whatever on this. There's a lot of ways that you can kind of, like, dress it down, but, like, through dressing it down and, like, showing the bad side of that, there's still people out there that if you're peeling back the ugliest parts of a $70,000 day, where they're gonna be like, wow, that is still my dream situation. And those are the people, like, those are the clients that are like the best to work with, I feel like. And that's how I do a lot of my stuff too, like with sales commissions. Like I always interview sales reps. This rep did $30,000 last month. Let's peel it back. We always go through like how they got there, how long it took, all this stuff. And I feel like it's so much better for expectation setting. It's true, man. Decided to cut the hair. It's gone. I'm just kidding. We still got some on the top. It's kind of crazy, but a little flow in the back, some on the top. I never really post about this so much, but I just got 4 disposable cameras developed. A good amount of photos here. But I've been doing this for, I don't know, maybe 10 years. And these cameras, I haven't been using them as much. This is a photo from like 4 years ago. I think it's just pretty cool to be able to look back, just like the most raw expression of like capturing a moment in time. Here's me in Vegas in end of 2020 after I won a company paid trip for being the best sales rep in roofing. Speaking of that, I'm gonna cover here because this is what we do on the YouTube and the socials. You can't really see because I'm covering with a photo. No ducks. That's me and my fiance. Today, on Friday, is our 5-year anniversary, half a decade. We are, well, yeah, I said fiance. We are engaged. We've been engaged since December. You know, I could really sit down and make a video, not a super sappy one, but one just saying like, dude, there's a lot of benefits to finding your person and committing to your person. And if you're a young guy that's on the fence of like, oh, I'm young, I don't want to pigeonhole myself. I mean, there's definitely a side to that if you're with the wrong person, but I've gone through a lot of changes in my career and my interests and my earnings and everything in myself, physical, mental, and she's like been right there by my side through it all. This is the hard part too. I have no experience like dating or finding someone when you've already kind of got something that people are attracted to, or like maybe potentially for the wrong reasons, like, you know, money, or if you're in great shape or whatever. When we started dating, dude, I was an Amazon driver. We were both in college. I was an Amazon driver. Completely different life, man. I knew about online money. I had tried it. I failed at it. It's a funny story, actually, good one for you sales guys. So I cold approached her at a bar. I was with my friend. We were both single. So we had necks on the pool table and he was like, hey, we should ask those 2 girls to like play pool with us. They were just sitting at a table by themselves right next to the pool table. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. I'll go ask if I can talk to the one on the right. Basically, that's what ended up happening. I went up, talked to my fiance, asked her. She threw out some objections, standard practice. She's like, we don't know how to play pool. Never played it before. I was like, it's easy. I'll show you this, and that. And next thing you know, we're playing pool. And we played 1 game. We ended up winning. And I would say like maybe 3 months later of not really talking, followed up a couple times. We were trying to plan coffee, and then COVID thing was kind of weird. It was like right in the beginning of COVID. Probably gonna get demonetized like shit on this video for saying it so many times. And we did the omnichannel follow-up. I found her on Hinge, and so I just swiped up on a photo or however Hinge works, and I was like, hey, this is like a corny joke, like fancy seeing you here, nice seeing you here. And it just like re-sparked everything. We ended up meeting up. Within 3 months we were together, and it just made sense, man. Like I had come out of a relationship like not too far before this, and I wasn't really looking, but when I had met her, I was like, despite me not looking, if she is everything that I would be looking for, and I know that those things are hard to find and have reciprocated feelings, then I should just take advantage of the opportunity and be with this person who I like. And that's how we got together. There's been ups and downs. We've been going pretty strong for a while now, and she makes my life a lot easier. So for you guys watching this that are young, single, maybe you're in a relationship, I feel like I don't talk about it often because I like to protect like my personal life to a certain extent. I feel like we do pretty well. We manage pretty well, and I'm pretty satisfied with like our relationship dynamic. So happy half a decade anniversary today. I don't know what we're gonna do. Don't tell her that. Off topic, you guys ever have relationship questions? I feel like I'm somewhat qualified to help answer those. Anyways, going to do a podcast. That's pretty much this video. We're out here in this cool area. Gonna try to take some good photos of the car so we can sell it. If you wanna buy the car, let me know. As of recording this, it is Saturday, July 26th, and we have maybe 10 VIP tickets left for our meetup, so those are gonna go fast. If you wanna come, grab one. If you missed that, you can still grab the standard ticket, and that'd be a good decision as well. I'm gonna talk about some community wins, but I don't feel like doing that right now, but go follow me on Instagram if you don't. I'll post them there. That's where I usually post them. We almost sold 30 grand worth of tickets in less than a week, so that's cool. So a little bit less in debt to all the stuff that we booked. Gonna be a really sick event. And that's this video. Probably start sweating and take a lot of photos of this car, and you guys let me know down below what you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe. We're doing 2 a week, man. Sunday is more behind the scenes, like vlog style, if you will, and then Thursday is like educational deep dive on a topic that has to do with landing remote sales jobs, high ticket sales. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. $7,500, Facebook Marketplace. Like the video, comment on the video, buy the car.